My hero, my best pal, my partner in crime. These are all names I called my father growing up. When I read that we were going to be doing a commemorative speech, I instantly thought about my father. Reason being was that growing up, I always looked up to my father as my role model. Everywhere he went, I went, and everything he did, I did. My father has countless amounts of personality traits, unlike any other. My father is thoughtful, he has great manners, he is dependable, trustworthy, smart, determined, he has the willingness to learn, he has the ability to teach others, he's strong, not only emotionally, but physically as well. I actually began to ponder and think whether or not there was a trait that my father didn't have. I sat and thought, and I honestly could not think of one thing my father was bad at, or one personality trait he did not obtain. These personality traits have helped to shape my father into the man he is today. And he uses these personality traits throughout his life. He has put them to work everywhere he goes and everything he does. My father was in the Navy from 1983 to 1987. His home port was actually in Guam, although he was stationed on a combat supply ship called the USS White Plains. My father, at age 19, was the youngest work center supervisor ever named on the USS White Plains. After my father got out of the Navy, my mother and father moved from Pennsylvania to South Carolina in May of 1990. My father then began working for a company called Communication Management Services. He worked there for about 2 years, and in 1993 he began running the company. Around the end of 1994, my father and mother had to make a hasty decision whether or not they wanted to purchase this company from the current owner. My parents talked about it, and my dad saw it as an opportunity to take something that was failing and make it great. So, in the end of 1994, my mother and father bought the company. In 1996, my mother and father incorporated the company, changing the name to Communication Management Incorporated. And today, the company is thriving. It has 4 branches, one in Charleston, one in Greenville, one in Myrtle Beach, and one in Columbia, South Carolina. My mom and dad actually work out of the Columbia office, as it is today. I think the reason this surprises me so much is thoroughly because my father never attended any college. Because of being in the Navy right after he got out of high school, he never obtained a 4-year degree of any kind. The only education my father has would be high school, and then he graduated from Columbia Montour Technical School, and he obtained a certificate in electricity. My father's accomplishments help me to understand to never give up on a dream. He also helps me to learn to try my hardest. Growing up, my father always told me, if you have the strength to want something, then you have the strength to obtain that something.